Good morning everyone. Here I am with the very first video of the fourth chapter of Geography from Integrated Social Science Ratna Sagar, that is globes and maps. Let us see the contents which we are going to discuss in this particular chapter. Globe, limitations of a globe, map, history of map, the basis of classification of map, types of map, measuring distances, how to show scale on map, finding directions, conventional signs, sketch, plan. And in this particular module, we'll be discussing about globe, limitations, map, history of map, basis of classification, and types of maps. Okay, let us move ahead to the next slide. Globe. Why we humans needed a globe? Why? We know that it is impossible to see the entire earth at the same time, isn't it? And why is it? This is due to the big size and spherical shape of the earth. Even you must have seen that even photographs taken by the satellites show only half of the earth, and therefore we needed a model of earth. This is the model of the earth, a human made model which can help us, that helps us to view the entire earth, isn't it? This one is a simple human made model of the earth, which is a simple and accurate way of representing the earth. The maps on the globe show the correct size, shape, and location of the places in relation to each other. But there are certain limitations. What those limitations are? And the limitations of the globes are as follows. It is difficult to carry, limited space in which details cannot be shown, cannot be met for a part of for the earth, detailed geographic features cannot be shown properly. Not only difficult to make a big size globe but also difficult to handle. These are the limitations of the globe. It is very difficult to carry. It is not portable, isn't it? And limited space. There is a limited space on that particular globe in which details cannot be shown. And globes cannot be made for a part of the earth, okay, for a certain part of the earth. It is not possible. And other than that, details of the geographic features like mountains, plains, plateaus, islands cannot be shown properly. And it is not only difficult to make a big size globe but also difficult to handle it. So, in order to it, we need something simple and easy to learn about the earth, isn't it? Let us suppose as you can see here, just imagine that when you cut a globe, okay, and when you flatten its pieces, what will happen? As you can see in this figure, cut a globe and flatten its pieces. What do you think? What are you able to see? Is it a continuous map? Is it giving you a complete picture of the continents and of the oceans? No, isn't it? It is not a continuous map and gives a distorted picture, a broken picture. It is not possible to make a correct map from a curved surface like this. And thus we have developed some methods for drawing maps on flat surfaces. And when what are maps? The question must be arising in your mind, isn't it? What is a map? Map is just a representation of Earth on a flat surface. We need maps to be drawn on a flat surface. However, it is not easy to draw maps on flat surfaces. Let us see what map is. A map is the true representation of the Earth on a flat surface. Though it is a flat representation but is less accurate than a globe. The word map has been derived from a Latin word mapo, meaning napkin. As you can see here, the figures which I am sharing is a map. Turning on to the next slide. Let us see the history of map. Isn't it? It is very important to see the history of map. Mercator and Hont, they were the first publisher of maps. Okay, Mercator and Hont. These two are the first publisher of maps. Okay, and they were the first to publish a collection of maps in form of books, in form of a book. Its cover had the picture of the Greek mythological giant Atlas holding the earth. As you can see, here is the giant who is holding the earth. Okay, and since then, a book of maps is known as Atlas. Okay, the book of maps is known as Atlas. Mercator and Hont were the first publisher of maps who published a collection of maps in form of book. And as you can see, the cover page is holding a picture of a Greek mythological giant Atlas holding the earth. Let us see something about, as you can see here in this particular slide, this is a world map. Okay, this was drawn by Mercator in the 16th century. He was a map maker from Belgium. Okay, this picture is of the world map which was drawn by Mercator. Now, as you can see here, a book of maps is called an atlas. Maps are classified on the basis of, as we have already seen, that maps are classified on the basis of, the very first thing is the scale of the map, and the very second one is the function of the map. Now, what a scale means? A map scale is a ratio of the distance on a map to the actual distance of the ground. Suppose the scale of the map is 1 centimeter is to 1 kilometer. Now what does it mean? What does the scale of a map is 1 centimeter is to 1 kilometer means? This means that a distance of 1 centimeter between 2 points on the map corresponds to a distance of 1 kilometer between the same two places on the ground. Okay, what is a map scale? Map scale is the ratio of the distance on a map to the actual distance of the ground. And 1 centimeter is to 1 kilometer means a distance of 1 centimeter between 2 points on the map corresponds to a distance of 1 kilometer between the same two places on the ground. Types of maps. Right now we'll be discussing the very first maps, that is on the basis of the scale. On the basis of scale, the maps are classified into small scale maps, large scale maps. What are the small scale maps? Small scale maps are basically those maps which show a very large area with less details. The maps in an atlas or the wall maps used in the classroom are small scale maps. As you can see in the picture, this is a small scale map. Okay. Now let me tell you what is a large scale map regarding to this in relation to this small scale map. Okay. A large scale map shows a very small area in detail, and the layout of maps of villages, the guide maps of cities somehow are large scale maps. As you can see here, this one is Jharkhand. Okay, this one is Jharkhand. And if we wanted to see about Bokaro, okay, where are the places? As I have already told you that as you can see in this small scale map, the details are not that much. Okay, there are very less details. As you can see, it is written, it is given the name given here in the Jharkhand region is the important places, isn't it? But if we need to search about Bokaro Steel City, are we able to find it on small scale map? No. We can get it from large scale map. As you can see here, here is the minute detail, each and every detail of that particular region, that is Bokaro Steel City. As I have told, the large scale maps show a very small area in detail. The guide maps of the cities, the layout of maps are large scale maps. As you can see here, we are able to see the ponds, isn't it? We are able to see the mandirs, the temples. We are able to see the roads, the main roads. We are able to see here, as you can see, minute details are there. The Bokaro Mall, PVR cinemas, the schools, okay, Jagannath Temple and other schools like MGM. Every bit detail is shown here. And as you can see here, the icons over here, okay, the major road, other roads, railway, hotel, hospital, cinema, each and every single detail is somehow shown through a large scale map. Okay, this is the difference between a small scale map and a large scale map. Now let us turn out to the classification of maps on the basis of their function. On the basis of their functions, the maps are divided into three main types. The three main types are, let us deal with each type one by one. And the very first type is physical maps. What are physical maps? Physical maps shows the relief features present on the earth's surface. As you can see here, we are able to see the mountains, the plains, the plateau, the oceans. Okay, when such relief features are shown on a map, that map is called a physical map. These maps help us to find suitable sites. And for what? For human settlement. As you guys know, that it is very difficult to settle in mountain areas. The people mostly reside in the plains because the plains are quite fertile. Many industries are there. The roads are there are good network of roads. We can reach each places in a very less time, isn't it? So this is a physical map. What physical maps are? Physical maps are basically shows us the relief features present on Earth's surface like mountains, plains, valleys, rivers, oceans. Each relief features which is shown on a map, the map on which the relief features are shown is a physical map. And why it is, how it helps us? It helps us to find suitable sites for human settlement, for building roads, dams, construction of dams, etc. Let us move on to the second type. And what is it? The second type is the political map. What political map looks like? As you can see here, this one is a political map. Political maps shows the boundaries between different countries. As you can see, this is India, this is Pakistan, here it is Nepal, here it is Bangladesh, Myanmar, China. Okay, as you can see that this map is showing us the boundaries between different countries as well as the boundaries of different political units within a country. Are you able to see it? The black lines, okay, the boundaries which are helping, which helps us in knowing the regions. Bihar, Jharkhand, Chhattisgarh, Madhya Pradesh, Uttar Pradesh, Delhi, Uttarakhand, Punjab, Rajasthan. So it basically shows the boundaries of between the different countries. As you can see here, Afghanistan, Pakistan, then you have Turkmenistan is there, Uzbekistan, Tajikistan is there. Okay, so the boundaries, the political maps helps shows the boundaries between different countries as well as between different political units within a country. And what it is used for? It is used as base maps, okay, for showing various cultures, historical and economic activities. Let us move on to the very next slide and the very last map based on functions, and that is thematic maps. What thematic maps are? Theme. As you can understand it yourself. Okay, these are the maps which gives us a specific type of information. And what type of information? Such as roads, railways, air routes, distribution of population, conditions of climatic elements, location of mining, industrial centers, annual rainfall. As you can see that this map is showing us India annual rainfall. Okay, this one is a thematic map because, and let me tell you one more thing, that the title of the map is given in according to the information given in the map, because this map is showing us about the annual rainfall in India that falls in India. The theme is written, or the title of the map is already written here, which is somehow related to the information which is quite, as you can see, it's quite clear given in the map, isn't it? So if you can see here, this is one more thematic map. Let me show you different thematic maps as well. In India, as you can see, this is a map of India, and this map is showing us top 10 rice producing states in 2012 and 2013. So these are thematic maps somehow. Let me show you different thematic maps as well. This is also one of the thematic maps. It's showing us the mortality rate of different countries. Okay, so these are somehow see in this map, it is showing the natural hazards. Okay, and the hazards are given over here: drought prone areas, hot desert, cold desert, flood prone areas, areas affected by cyclone storm, earthquakes. Okay, everything is shown over here. So these are the thematic maps. Okay, other than that, many thematic maps are there which tells us a lot about these places. Okay, as you can see here, it is given ruling parties in different states. As I've already said, that the title of the map, okay, is given according to the information given on the map. Okay, so the title is quite given over here. This is a thematic map. Okay, so now let me show you one more thing, that is the, how basically small scale maps and large scale maps look like. Okay, let me show it to you. See, this is India. Okay, this one is a small scale map. Okay, as I've already told that small scale maps show a very large area with less details. As you can see, very less details are here. It's only written India. What about if you want to see something else? Let us go quite as you can see right now also we are able to see very less details. Okay, this is a small scale map. Okay, now let us if you want to see about Delhi. Okay, let us see Delhi. If we click on that one, when it opens, it is showing us every minute detail, isn't it? And you can move when you move further, as you can see here, everything is shown here from India Gate, Rashtrapati Bhavan. Okay, what do else you want to know? As you can see, Ghaziabad, Shahadra. Okay, if we move further, let me expand it more. Okay, now you are able to see more about it, isn't it? You are able to see the minute details, each and every single detail. Let me zoom it more. See, okay. So this is the difference between large scale map and a small scale map. Okay, a small scale maps give us uh, shows show us a very large area but with less details. But when we turn into large scale maps, it shows a very small area. Now, suppose you want to see Jharkhand over here. Okay, you want to see about Jharkhand, what actually it looks like. So zoom it up. Just let me move it more. Okay, so so it will show you a lot of details about Jharkhand. Okay, now this is Dhanbad, Dumka, every single thing is there. Zoom it more if you want to see something about Bukhara. As you can see, that as per I am zooming, it it has already started giving us great details. You can see a Char City Park, Jawaharlal Nehru Park. Okay, as you can see here, the main roads are there. Basically, NH is there. Okay, go move further. You will be able to see every minute detail of Bokaro. Okay, you're able to see Bokaro Steel City, the Jawaharlal Nehru Biological Park. If we'll move further, Jagannath Temple is there. Okay, let us move further. As you can see, if I zoom it more, I'm able to see each and everything. Sector 4F. Okay, this is the charm of these large scale maps. Okay, with this I call it a day. And in the very next module, we'll be discussing about the other topics as well. I hope you like the video, and do watch the video and then read the topics as well from the book to get a clear picture related to the topics. And have a nice day.